So, Dwarf Fortress crashed and I lost an episode's worth of stuff. So that wasn't fun, but I also lost another episode due to recording errors. So the episode you're about to see is on the assumption that I already had an episode before it talking about trying to fix the stuff that happened after the crash. So if you're a little confused, that's the background that's coming from this. And hope you enjoy. Hello again, and let's get back to trying to make our fortress as good as it was before the game crash. I've been having a problem with it crashing a couple times, but I used the starter pack to set the priority higher for my OS, so hopefully that fixes it. If not, I may need to look into the large address awareness thing, so it uses 2 gigabytes of RAM instead of just whatever it uses. So let's check the stocks. Okay, silver. We still don't have any silver. Copper. Yeah, we have some copper. Mainly just a whole bunch of copper nuggets. Aluminum. Looks like we're starting to run out of aluminum, which is quite unfortunate. Iron. We have some iron and pig iron. Okay, so let's check these out. So it looks like that's all I'm going to be working on. Okay, hop to it. I know the Masterwork mod uses the large address awareness. It has the utility already built in, you only have to click on it. So I might have to download it, or if the problem persists, we may have to rule this fort as frames per second death and boot up the Masterwork mod and try out a good biome. Imagine a bunch of succubi in a good biome. I think that would be very interesting. Fuzzy Wamblers beware. So, since it appears that my windmill project isn't going to work, I guess it'll just have to be dwarf powered. Let's use dacite, corkscrew, pipe section. And I hope to goodness it doesn't crash like last time, because this is exactly where it crashed. So far so good. So yeah, I mean, does anyone feel like talking about economics? Because I think it's interesting how Toady attempted to make an dwarven economy. Like, that's the original purpose of what the coins were supposed to be for. 1, 2, 3, so we need 3 more of those. And you can kind of see it, like your civilization puts different priorities on different things. But I don't think it's persistent, which is a huge problem. And the coins, they aren't the best thing for you to use your money for. I'm just doing it because I really like the idea of some monetary safety. And look, our hives. Pretty sure in the last episode I already talked about the tea trick. And it looks like we have 4. Awesome. Yeah, I just really like bees. Yeah, I think that the whole bee crisis had to do with parasite. But I'm not exactly sure if the crisis has been resolved, because usually a bunch of crises have multiple factors all like compounding upon each other. I mean, look at the fall of Rome. You can't say any one thing doomed it, but it's more like a cocktail of factors. I don't even know what exactly goes into a cocktail. I just have heard it being used in multiple situations. Yeah, so I think it's just interesting how you understand a word and how you can tell someone else the word and they understand it as well, but you don't necessarily need to know the meaning. Linguistics at its finest. And let's get a copper statue here. I'm pretty sure that's the second Dwarven King. And I'll have to boot up Legends Viewer to get the third one, but I think I'll do that on my own time without recording, because every time I boot up Legends Viewer, it just gives me more work to edit the boring parts out. So, yeah. I mean, laziness is the mother of invention. At least that's how I see it. Because a lot of inventions is just humans don't want to do something, let's figure out how to make something else do it for us. And I'm really disappointed we can't use that millstone. Oh well. I'll test out... Let's try building a windmill close to the coast, because that should be where a lot of the wind should be. I said should be twice. Okay. Let's just build it first to make sure that there's actually wind here. If not, then something's got some explaining to do. And let's continue making wooden screw pumps. A marvel of engineering, able to purify water, and it's pretty much just a wooden centrifuge, I think. That's how it was described to me from the wiki. And let's make these bedrooms. Yeah, I kind of feel bad for these dwarves because they only have, like, dirt floors. And I'm probably never going to smooth out anything here. But it's still 3x3 rooms, and the beds are of decent quality, and they actually get rooms. I can't think of a sure way to kill a fort than not giving them rooms. I mean, a dormitory is fine, but a room is a huge happiness boost, along with a temple and a tavern. I mean, as long as you got those things going, then unless something catastrophic happens to your fort or something extremely fun, then your dwarves are actually going to be okay for a good long while. Let's see if they got that windmill up. Nope. And we have some idlers. Let's see, what do I need? You know what? I think I'm going to settle for the most worthless one and give them the pump operating duty, because we're going to need at least 5 pump operators. And I think it's in other jobs. No, it's engineering, pump operating. Do you guys think it would be a funny idea to set up a ballista here with a different staircase system? So if you have to come into here, you're probably going to get... Okay, I think I'll do that. And, okay, 2, 3... 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think I'll set it up here. And so we're going to have to... What do they call it? It's a fortification. Yeah, we'll set up fortifications to allow the ballista bolts. But I think this center ballista is going to be the most important. Because I saw a diagram of a way to set it up so you can have 3 different ballistas. But I forgot exactly how much space it takes this direction-wise. Vertical. So let's do that. And give them something to do. Shouldn't you be engraving this? It's odd, but let's check out the engravings here. Exceptionally designed image of 2 barrels. It's a rendition of the dominant bolts, symbol of the cremated abbey. Oh, that's nice. Oh, the deity of trade, wealth, and jewels is depicted as laughing in our bank. So that either means he's really happy or he's just laughing at how pitiful our savings are. Either way, I like it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Quicklime you use for casts, right? Because I'm not exactly sure. So we're going to... No, we don't want... We want to make jugs for the honey to be... And you want to use a screw press in the workshops so you can get the honey and press it out. Then you get some wax too. I just really like the randomly generated instruments. But I think I'll do it. You know what? Let's check out which instruments need what. If it needs something like fat or strings, we're probably not going to make it, but a nice piano-ish instrument or something similar. So let's check out what instruments our fortress makes. A handheld conical bore wooden wind instrument blows over a single reed at one end and selects the key by pressing the stop holes. So it's kind of like a wooden pipe. Well, let's make a couple of those. Metal musical instrument, 51 cloth strings. A wooden keyboard, so this looks kind of like the piano. Stationary ceramic musical instrument with a stone pump to send water into a chamber, supplying air 390 glass pipes. So this is the organ. A handheld cloth-stringed instrument with a ceramic yoke. So this kind of looks like the harp to me. Bone wind instrument. We're probably not going to make that because bones are kind of hard for me to come by. I tend to want to save them for artifacts. And a large stationary percussion instrument. Ceramic. Yeah, these are the drums. So they're all similar to instruments we know, but they're called different things and they look slightly different. And just because it sounds like a certain instrument, you can totally imagine it as looking completely alien. That's what I tend to do, because these are dwarves. They have, like, the instruments designed for their own ergonomics and stature. So, I kind of wanted to make the organ, but we still don't have enough sand. So I think the next time we get to trading, I'm going to import a ton of sand. Like, you wouldn't believe how much sand. So much sand. Man, I can't believe how much sand. That's a reference to a TV show, like, there's this 1,000 facts about the desert, and the guy keeps talking about the sand. Yeah, I think it's Jimmy Neutron. Yeah, that was a good episode. And let's cut some cherry opals. So our fortress is turning out rather nice, but I don't think we haven't. Let me check the stocks to make sure we don't have sand. We have 2 white sand, and let me see, pearl ash. So let's make some pearl ash. But it's nice that we have so many dwarves all making all sorts of stuff. They're making all sorts of goods and services and wealth. Wealth. And you always need some sort of worthless metal you're not going to use for other tasks so you can make, like, mundane things. I mean, the metal you don't trade away, I think, defines your fortress more than it does. Because the outside world knows your fortress by the things you trade away. But the things your dwarves use in every day kind of sets the culture. I think galena is an ore for zinc. No, it's lead. Lead and silver, if I remember. Yeah, we're gonna use lead for mugs, and then we're gonna poison all our dwarves. Serves him right. For not burying that one corpse due to my incompetence. You should have known what I was trying to tell you. Is it engraved underneath this rock? Yes, it is. Symbol of the curse of greed. Oh, an anvil. I don't remember setting an anvil as the symbol, but I probably forgot to set the symbol, so it randomly generated. But I think an anvil is good, because that's where we mint our coins. We're engraving quite a few masterpieces, but I don't think my dwarves are... Yeah, there's a couple of deficiencies. What do they call them? It's a word for when you don't have enough... Shortages. We have a lot of material shortages, which means our artisans don't have enough time to really get to doing what we want them to, so they don't become legendary at their craft. Which I think is kind of sad, but it is what it is. Well, you know what? I'm going to make one of each of these, just because we can. Because I will it. And I want to check out how much lead we have. Fill them with lead. Imagine if dwarves discovered gunpowder. Imagine how catastrophic that would be to the world. What did I want to make out of lead? I don't even remember. I just wanted to see, and I wanted to make something out of it, but I don't remember why. I mean, don't you guys hate that? I'm sure it happens to everybody, at least at some point. And I think traction benches are only for casts, but we're going to use splints because they are infinitely easier to do. And let's make some more pipes. And enormous wooden corkscrew. Can we make rock trap stuff? Let's see. No, it doesn't look like it. I mean, I know we couldn't, but I was hoping beyond hope. You know what? Let's make trap components. And we can't make trap components out of lead. Fantastic. Forge menacing copper spikes. I think the trap components are metal crafting. And it looks like we have a full suit of copper armor. Good. And we're still smelting tetrahedrite, and we still have native copper. You guys, I think I'm going to make a third smelter, because we need it, and we still have a bunch of... Okay, we technically don't have any idlers, but they're all listening to poetry and make-believe. So I think I'm going to set one of our milkers, because we don't... I tend not to focus on the animal care stuff, and they're a miner? Oh, you already have furnace operating set. I don't remember turning on auto labor, which worries me slightly. So, maybe they already had it. Let's channel down. And hopefully they don't fall in. I think I may have mentioned attempting to create obsidian by pouring the water in. I mean, I'm sure it will kill at least a couple boars, but it's still an interesting idea. And we have a lot of firefly remains. I'm pretty sure animal dissection is what you do to dissect pests. So let's extract from a dead animal. Let's see if that job gets us anything, or if it gets canceled. Maybe we don't have any animal dissectors. Yeah, okay, so let's get the magma smelter, because we still have a bunch of metal we want to make. Okay, this makes me a bit nervous, but it is what it is. And how on earth can you make a magma smelter out of ash? Like, that's just very strange to me. To melt something, you need excessively high temperatures. And yeah, I can see that magma would provide that temperature without coal. However, you still need a cast to pour in the molten metal, because you're trying to purify it from the ore. And we don't have any small creatures that we can extract. Fantastic. And it still looks like we're not starving, but it looks like we're eating the fish as fast as we can get it. I'm told a clever way of getting fish to come is killing off excess dwarves and having them tossed into the sea. This would mean that they would attract the fish that enjoy the taste of dwarf. How to serve dwarf. Does anyone else remember the Twilight Zone or the Outer Limits? Please do not please remain calm. We control the horizontal and the vertical as we take you to a new dimension of sight and sound. Yeah, I used to watch those when I was a kid, and they were all reruns, but there's still something there. It's still worth watching, and still has a lot of clever ideas. So, I think that I'm going to wrap up the episode for today. I'm trying to make the episodes more lively and have some more interesting discussions to talk about. So if you guys have any tips on making better videos, that would be greatly appreciated. Otherwise, I really hope you enjoy watching Dwarf Fortress run and seeing a fortress being made. See you next time.